Japan is aging. Its population pyramid is inverting. Fewer children are born each year. The elderly population, meanwhile, continues to grow. This demographic shift has created a crisis in elderly care. There are simply not enough young people to care for the growing number of elderly. This shortage of caregivers is a pressing issue. Families are struggling to find care for their loved ones. Care facilities are understaffed and overwhelmed. The burden on existing caregivers is immense. They work long hours, often for little pay. Into this challenging landscape steps technology. Robots, once the stuff of science fiction, are emerging as a potential solution. In labs and research facilities across Japan, engineers are developing robots to assist with elderly care. These robots offer a glimmer of hope in a system stretched thin. They promise to alleviate the burden on human caregivers and improve the quality of life for the elderly. At the Sakura Garden Care Facility in Tokyo, the future is already here. The facility is one of several in Japan experimenting with robots and smart devices to assist human caregivers. Walking through the facility is like stepping into a near-future world, one where technology and tradition coexist. "We have to be realistic," says Takashi Momoto, the facility's COO, his voice low and steady as he speaks. "We can't find enough young people willing to work in elderly care. The robots, they are not replacing our staff. They are helping us to do more with less." For Yukiko Namada, an 82-year-old resident at Sakura Garden, the robots are a welcome addition. "I like the robots," she says, her eyes crinkling at the corners as she smiles. "They are always patient. They never get tired." Yukiko suffers from arthritis and relies on a robotic walker to move around the facility. Takaki, a young caregiver at the facility, admits he was initially apprehensive about the robots. "I thought they would take our jobs," he confesses, his brow furrowed. But they haven't. They help with tasks like lifting and moving patients, which is physically demanding. This frees us up to spend more time talking to residents, playing games with them, and just being there for them. The robots at Sakura Garden are just the beginning. At Wasa University, a team of engineers is developing a new generation of humanoid robots specifically designed for elderly care. The project, funded by a government program aimed at disruptive innovation, is led by the renowned roboticist Professor Shuri Sugo. Their creation, a robot named Air, is a marvel of engineering. Air is equipped with advanced artificial intelligence that allows it to learn and adapt to its environment. It can recognize faces, understand speech, and respond to human emotions. Air can assist with a wide range of tasks, from helping residents get dressed to providing companionship. Air is not just a machine, explains Professor Sugo, his voice filled with quiet passion. It is a companion, a friend. We designed Air to be empathetic, to understand the needs of the elderly, and to provide them with the support and companionship they need to live fulfilling lives. Professor Sugo believes that robots are not just a solution to Japan's caregiving crisis, they are a necessary evolution in elderly care. "We are living in a super-aging society," he explains. "The number of elderly people is increasing at an unprecedented rate. We need to find new ways to care for them, and robots are a key part of the solution. Air, and robots like it, represent the cutting edge of this robotic revolution. They are not simply tools to assist with physical tasks. They are companions, confidants, and sources of comfort for the elderly." A partnership for progress. The integration of robots into elderly care is not without its challenges. There are concerns about cost, safety, and the potential for robots to dehumanize care. However, proponents of robotic care argue that robots are not intended to replace human caregivers, but to augment their capabilities. "It's a partnership," emphasizes Takashi Momoto from Sakura Garden. "The robots can handle the tasks that are difficult or dangerous for humans, like lifting heavy patients. This allows our human staff to focus on providing compassionate, personalized care." Ethical considerations. Professor Sugo acknowledges the ethical considerations surrounding robotic care. "We must be careful not to create robots that isolate the elderly or replace human interaction," he cautions. "The goal is to use technology to enhance human connection, not to replace it. Air, for example, is designed to encourage social interaction. It can initiate conversations, play games, and even facilitate video calls with family members." The human element. The success of robots in elderly care will depend on their ability to integrate seamlessly into the care environment. They must be seen as partners and companions, not as intrusions or replacements. The human element, that irreplaceable quality of empathy and understanding, must remain at the heart of elderly care. "The robots can help us with many things," says Takaki, the young caregiver at Sakura Garden, "but they can never replace the human touch." A future written in code. The future of elderly care in Japan is being written in the circuits and algorithms of robots like Air. These machines, once confined to the realm of science fiction, are becoming a reality in care facilities across the country. While challenges and ethical considerations remain, the potential for robots to improve the lives of the elderly and alleviate the burden on human caregivers is undeniable. As Japan navigates its demographic challenges, one thing is clear: robots will play an increasingly important role in caring for its aging population. The quiet crisis of caregiving is being met with a technological solution, one that promises to reshape the landscape of elderly care in the years to come.